be like the male model industry year on year is getting more popular, and the bigger houses are paying more attention to the male industry. There's still quite a lot more room for improvement, looking at things like different body types, ethnic minorities, but at the moment things seem to be improving.
The fashion industry, a competitive and ever-evolving female-dominated market. Although behind the glitz and glam, the industry conveys an unrealistic idea of perfect. But what about the other half? Do male models cope with the same social challenges as female models? This documentary will explore what it's like being a male model in today's world and touch on the different challenges they face.
I think it's quite a creative industry, and it allows you to work with kind of inspiring people and collaborate with them. It's more of an art form. It's less to do with just walking down the runway, wearing a different set of clothes each time. It's just more than that.
Modelling is one of the very few industries that women earn more than men. According to the Forbes list, the highest paid female model, Giselle Bundchen, earned $42 million in 2015, while the highest paid male model, Sean O'Brien, earned a mere $1.15 million. On average, male models are being paid 76% less than women.
I think it's mainly because of the demand for the female model. There's a lot more avenues for her to go down, whether it be different brands or ad campaigns or like different websites for them to be on. And that makes people more willing to pay more money for them. I think as the male model industry continues to grow, there'll be more avenues available to the males as well. Hopefully that should close the gap. But also there's issues like including different ethnic minorities in runway shows, or also different body types that aren't the conventional like hunky male, like skinny people, any kind of type of body type really.
Latifa Usman is a fashion designer for Drifters London, a men's clothing company. The brand is known for its initiative style and breaking cultural boundaries through freedom of expression, colour and design.
I found that when I started at uni, even like just making female patterns, it was very easy. I found it easy. It was almost like, I don't know, I just didn't feel like it was right to do something that was so easy. If I'm going to do a degree in something, at least let me be challenged, let me feel like I'm learning. So I switched to men's, and I just never looked back. I love it. I just love to see a well-dressed man, and I love to dress a man as well. I enjoy it. Definitely, I'm aiming for more luxe market. So let's say between 25 to 35. A lot of people like to call my clothes urban. I don't really like that word, but I know it's easy. It's easier for people to understand what it is that I make without me having to sit here and explain. So just say urban. But I definitely say it's for the eclectic fashion lover, I guess. As a fashion designer, I think I would say I redefine perfect by always going back into my inspiration and making that the focus of whatever collection that I make. I like to experiment as much as possible and always have something new. As much as I like to keep my collections looking like Drifters and looking like they come from me, I always like them to be different. It's part of the whole ethos of the brand. So I would definitely say exploring and going back into my inspiration.
The first time I attended the fashion show, it was in Milan, and because my friend who is a fashion PR, so she got me a VIP ticket, so I went there, watched the whole show and took some backstage pictures. It was fantastic. The reason I specifically took pictures for male model is because I am the manager of the Chinese biggest male model forum, and I went there, took pictures. It's for our forum and we want to share on the social media, so maybe it increase fans.
Body shaming is a conversation that's been brought to the forefront much more nowadays, especially with body image movements such as #IamAllWoman. This year, an ad was shown in the London Underground which had a blonde-haired female in a bikini. The ad read, "Are you beach body ready?" and caused so much outrage that the Mayor of London banned it due to its unrealistic imagery on the tube. Women are so much more in the forefront of this topic, but what about men? Do men feel the same pressures that advertisements sell to us, or are men not part of this conversation? So we went to Harrow on the Hill shopping centre to ask people their opinions on body image and what their thoughts are on the topic. Would you say the pressures of body image affect you?
Personally, I don't think the pressures of male body image affect me. It probably affects those around me that are more insecure about what they look like. But generally, if you allow yourself to get affected by what you see on TV, that's something that you have to personally deal with.
A little bit in terms of, like a few people, they would sort of pressure you about, they go to the gym, they're posting it all over social media. But I think really you just have to sort of just get on with it. If you haven't got the time to do it, you haven't got the time to do it.
Personally, it doesn't affect me, but I can see it affecting like a lot of young people around me and just young people in general. Peer pressure.
Yeah, it affects me as a girl because firstly in the social media all the girls are portrayed as skinny and like they don't eat, all the models as well, they're all like size 0, but and it makes me feel like I can't be a model because I'm not that size, and that puts pressure on me.
I don't really know. I'm not really sure. Like, I really see that pressure of guys when they put like pictures of themselves onto. I think this might be a bit demanding to other people. So say it's Instagram. Some guy puts the whole body, they could put a six-pack, and all the girls like it. And then you see another guy who puts he's just in a t-shirt, but he's a bit bigger, and they get different opinions about it. It creates a bit of a situation.
Do you think there is a diverse representation of male models in the fashion industry?
I would say that there is. You have a lot more varied races now. A lot more dark skin models. You've got slimmer models, athletic. One thing I would say is that we don't have many plus size male models. That's one thing I have never seen. But other than that, I think it's getting a lot better. Definitely.
Do you think male models face the same issues in terms of body shaming as much as females?
Almost every male models in high fashion industry, they are all skinny, and some others, they are like have muscles, the muscle guys. But unlike female models, they have the curve model, but I didn't see a lot of male models as a curve models. This is strange. The designers' clothing, they are all small, so that it look beautiful. Then they need to let the male models fit in, so they need to be skinny. With the demand of market, so basically kind of like every face they need. You can be black, you can be Asian, you can be white and blonde. So basically you just need to be tall and skinny and good at shooting. So I think become a model is not that hard.
When you look at Calvin Klein's ads for men in their underwear, for example Justin Bieber's ad, who do you think they are targeting?
I think it targets, the Ibiza going lads. But again, that's everyone's personal preference, but for me, it doesn't really bother me. Like, I'd rather just, if it looks good, and I'll go out and that.
Men because it's obviously a man in boxers, but women because it's a sexy man in boxers.
It's targeted towards the males and it's also targeted towards the females because in that fashion everyone is observant looking at it, and especially with Calvin Klein's point of view, they want to sell the product, and by them putting it on Justin Bieber or someone famous, you're putting it on a person that someone looks at and someone looks up to, so that way you're selling your product using that sort of like model. The title Redefining Perfect, personally, I think it's about trying to get everyone happy with what they look like and to get a more accepting body image. And in terms of perfect, it's all about your ideal and your personality.
New perfect, so they're changing the way that perfect is, and this is their view of perfect.
That sounds really nice actually, redefining perfect. Like it's saying that back then perfect obviously would be skinny or bulky, but redefining would be like it's changing it all. So you could be any size.
Nobody has the idea of perfect. No one knows what perfect is, so it's kind of a pointless statement.
I would say that redefining perfect to me would be looking back at your inspiration, looking back at what inspires you as a designer, photographer, whatever you do, and reworking it, making it more you, making it more perfect for you.
For me, redefining perfect means kind of just being happy with who you are and your idea of what perfect is, and not just based on beauty, just kind of whatever makes you happy, and that's what makes you perfect.